In this age of enlightenment, age of information and truth, many are searching for the truth. Many are searching for answers. A lot of those answers have led to astrology. And we are here to tell you astrology is not what you thought it was. All things spiritual, all things consciousness. This is Ansada School of Consciousness, and this is your teacher, Soul Traveler. We are here to broaden your scope of understanding. This is astrology, the beginning of the teaching series. We are all seekers of truth, one way or the other. It does not matter where your path leads or where your section takes you. Ultimately, there has never been a time in human history where there has been so many people searching for the truth. This is the only time in human history where unanimously so many people dumped on the planet, incarnated on the planet to seek the truth of their higher nature. And in course of that search, many people have stumbled upon astrology, all things trending, all things popular. Astrology, many have sought to help them explain what reality is, why things are the way they are. Even divination seeks to tap into it, a very ancient art. But we will set the record straight on some things. Before we begin the teaching series on astrology, it is important we set the record straight. It is not what you think it is. It has its place. It has its current. But that is not, I bet you, what you think. Many people say, I am Leo, I am Gemini, I'm Sagittarius, I'm Capricorn, I'm Scorpio, I'm this and that. When we take your Godhead, the eternal consciousness that you are, can you honestly ask yourself the astrological sign of the spirit that you are? Can you name it? It's all about perspective. It's all about who you think you are. If you believe your dominant reality is your physicality, then you are definitely under certain natural influences, certain cosmic influences, planetary and constellations. Energetic, vibrational influence of constellations exist, as everything affects one another, as all things are connected. But the consciousness, the eternal essence that you are, the universal embodiment of all that is, that dwells within your being, that is your being, contains all constellations, contains all the 12 or 13 houses. It contains all the planetary influences in this solar system, all the billions and billions of galaxies contained within that bright light you call the I Am. So what exactly do you belong to? Where do you belong to? Are you a Capricorn or Sagittarius? Depending on which identity you want to work with, if you are truly the all that is and all that is not, does that all that is and all that is not have an astrological sign? That is the first question you must ask yourself. Since we are three-part being, body, mind, and spirit, where does the astrological influences come in? Here we speak of the physicality. Astrology has its place, don't get me wrong, but we need to understand that it has very little to do with the spirit that you are, but it has everything to do with the medium, the vessel which spirit uses to operate and have a human experience. The human experience, this is where we approach the threshold of astrology. But we tell you that astrology, It's not reality. Many people have stumbled upon astrology as the final destination of spirituality. As we mentioned in our previous teachings about the difference between spirituality, spiritualism, and spiritism, we understood that spiritualism is the relationship with divine essence. So even our relationship with the moon, as it relates to us from our vantage point, is spiritualism. But your relationship with the moon or the sun or the planets as part and parcel of your being, that is where you move into spirituality. Because then you are moving towards who you really are as embodiment of the all. Astrology is not reality. It is influence. It is a cage. It is part of the matrix. It is not to be accepted as reality, but rather to rise above. It is a challenge that poses itself to consciousness. To the point that many, without understanding the true dimension of astrology in our lives, are using astrology to defend bad behavior. Oh, I'm a Scorpio. I tend to overreact. I tend to be over-emotional. So this is who I am. No, that is not who you are. You are not Scorpio. You are eternal consciousness. The game of the matrix is to always trick you to accept labels as who you are. To accept labels. Anything that is so far off from your higher reality, your higher essence, your Godhead, will limit you. It poses a challenge. It's a hurdle that you must rise above. Therefore, astrology isn't reality. It is not a final destination. No. Astrology exists for you to rise above it. This is why the astrological houses are noted and tagged with divinities or gods. Should you be able to rise above the challenge that the astrological influences pose, then you have earned the right to sit among the round table of the gods. That is what it's about. You are eternal consciousness. First and foremost, understand this. Then you can truly approach what astrological influences are, the path that it poses for you, the multiple options that it gives you, the initiations that it provides you to rise from one level of awakening to another. But it is not reality. Many people, especially on the internet, have taken to astrology as a definer of reality. No, that is not a definer of reality. The reality of truth of who you are as the I am is already defined. It already exists. It is infinite. The challenge is to bring that truth into conscious awareness. But there are certain forces that will challenge you in the pursuit of bringing the higher reality into conscious awareness that all are one. All the constellations are you. All the planetary forces are you. That is your true nature. That is the totality of the tree of life, born within the indelible essence of who you are. This is Ansada School of Consciousness. We begin the teachings on astrology. Astrological forces or energies are like claws that hold in place your purpose, your planetary, tribal, racial, or even cosmic purposes. They are not reality, as we said earlier on. So if you wish to truly hold your purpose, you must rise above all the astrological influences. Otherwise, the astrological forces will act as dictators to you, moving you from left and right, not knowing your purpose, giving you multiple definitions of who you are, and you'll be left empty without purpose. To be able to hold your purpose, You must be able to assume your Godhead. Tap into the one energy that is all, the all-pervading essence, the vibrations of love. It is the highest vibration. You only need to express your intent to initiate yourself into it. When you connect to the energy that is all, one in all and all in one, then these astrological forces present their wisdom, their knowledge, the challenges that they pose, the direction they wish to give you to take in your life's path. But until you rise beyond the dimensions of spiritism and spiritualism and move into the constant search of who you really are, then astrological forces will always move you around like a table tennis. This is the challenge that is being posed to modern spiritual people, modern people within the age of awakening, within the New Age movement, which is filled with more confused people than we care to count, because they have failed to truly identify the essence of astrology. Astrology is a prison. It is a cage. You just have to prove your ability to break away from it. Then you are truly a master of the game. Then many are saying, yeah, I was born this way. I was born within this astrological sign, under this house, under that house. And for that matter, I will always have financial problems. For that matter, I will always have issues with love. For that matter, I will always have emotional problems. I will always face betrayal. This. This is how people tag their path to astrology as the final destination. And yet, when you see yourself, when you first establish who you are as the eternal consciousness, then all these poses challenges in terms of initiation, in terms of obstacles to rise above, to redefine yourself, to redefine your strength, to move towards your Godhead. You see, but it has been turned upside down. The cart is placed before the horse. And now astrology in these modern times is being used to place people further into boxes. We have racial problems to deal with it as it is, religious problems to deal with as it is. To add salt to injury, now people are willingly placing themselves in limitations, being told that this is who they are and this is who they have always been, based on information clearly stated within the astrological chart. And yet it is the body that has been freshly made. The eternal consciousness has always been. So you ask yourself, the eternal spirit that you are, what is this astrological sign? If you can tell, when you meet an astrologer, ask him or her to tell you the astrological sign of the eternal I am that you are, if they can. If they can't, then it's time to revalue the true place of astrology in our lives.